July is not just another month for taxpayers. In fact, some of the most important tax deadlines of the year fall in July. Miss them and you could end up paying penalties, interest, or even lose certain tax benefits. And it's not just about filing your income tax return. There are TDS deadlines, reporting requirements, and several important forms that need to be submitted before the month ends. So before July gets away from you, let's look at the 6 major tax deadlines you should mark on your calendar right now. If you have deducted TDS during the April to June quarter, this is the last day to deposit the tax with the government. This is particularly important for businesses, employers, and certain individuals responsible for deducting TDS. Missing this deadline can attract interest and penalties, so don't leave it for the last minute. The next key date is July 15. This deadline applies mainly to government offices, stock exchanges, authorized dealers, and intermediaries handling transactions involving non-resident investors. While most individual taxpayers may not be directly affected, professionals and businesses involved in international transactions should pay close attention. Moving on to July 30. This is the due date for filing the Challan-cum-Statement related to TDS deducted during June. If you are a tax deductor, make sure the required details have been filed correctly and on time. Now let's come to the most important date for most people watching this video. July 31 is the last day to file your income tax return for financial year 25-26, corresponding to assessment year 26-27. If you are a salaried employee, pensioner, or an individual using ITR 1 or ITR 2, this deadline is especially important. So what happens if you miss it? First, you may have to pay a late filing fee up to 5,000 rupees depending on your income. Second, you may lose the ability to carry forward certain losses to the future years. And if there is an unpaid tax, interest could also apply. So if you haven't started your return yet, this is the time. July 31 is also the due date for filing various quarterly TDS and TCS returns for the quarter ending on June 30. These returns cover salary payments, non-salary payments, tax collected at source, and certain payments made to non-residents. For employers and businesses, this is another date that shouldn't be ignored. And there's more. Several important forms are also due on July 31. These include Form 10BA, which is issued for claiming deduction under Section 80GG for rent paid. There's also Form 10E, which is required if you're claiming tax relief on salary received in arrears. Depending on your situation, there may be other forms related to foreign income, deduction, or disclosures that need to be submitted before the deadline. Now the obvious question, what if you miss a deadline? The good news is that in many cases, you can still file a belated return, but that comes at a cost, and in some cases lose valuable tax benefits. That's why it's always better to file on time rather than scramble later. So if you found this video useful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with someone who still hasn't started their tax filing. Thanks for watching.